This season's been it's been a crazy year, a fun one as well. I think looking back to the beginning of the season, there's a stretch there where we couldn't pick up our first win, and so we consider that a tough moment. I think for everybody here, we had two options. We could either all come together and first off reflect individually and then collectively of what we could bring to the table to do more, or we could just accept it and just basically say it is what it is. But I think we have a group that at all costs, we were trying to find solutions, and credit everybody for coming together. I think it's something that brought us as a team closer together, and I think that has helped us tenfold now as we progress towards the playoffs. The position we're in to finish top of the East, it only happens because of what everybody's put in to this point.
Specifically, are there games, training sessions, or anything like that you remember, like, okay, we learned a lot here?
Yeah, I would say, at every point in the season, I could go back and say the game in Orlando, the very first game of the season, we took away a lot. Obviously, like coming off of a preseason, you try to practice things as much as you can, and you try to implement new things in games and try to execute. But learning from moments and mistakes in that game that we collectively could fix, and then after the stretch of games not winning, then the DC game, having that glimmer of hope to say, right, this is it, fellas, like we can do this. And then I think it was Abera's first goal that game, so getting him was huge for us. Obviously the Derby win at home, another huge moment for us, and then kind of capping it off with a win against Atlanta at home, close to the end of the season, I think was huge as well. So in every moment of the year, whether good or bad, we've pieced all those things together to get to the top of the East.
How does it feel to do that in New York City?
Man, it feels great, honestly. I remember after the New England game, I didn't want to talk to anybody. Walking off the field, not knowing the result from Philly and Columbus, I just wanted everything to fall into place for us to finish first, and we've given just about everything this year, and my only goal was to finish first in the East, and now we're taking small steps towards achieving something special. So it meant everything for me, personally, and I've given a lot, and I'm going to continue to give and hopefully get where we need to be.
Can you describe a little bit and give us some insight into the mentality right now of the team? How are we approaching the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the mentality of the team, I think is great. I think we're very focused on the task at hand. I think we understand that the moments that we've come together over the course of this year are going to help us moving forward, but we have to continue to put in the work, and nothing's just going to fall into our laps as it hasn't this year. We've worked for everything we've gotten. So for us, it was showing back up on the training pitch a few days after clinching the top seed in the East, and understanding what it means to have a first round bye, but also understanding that the preparation now, preparing for the first playoff game, whoever the opponent may be. I think it's only right that we keep our heads down, continue to work hard, and gearing up for a big few weeks ahead of us.
That tough beginning we had made us tougher. We've seen it. We have a tough mentality on the field. We're able to come back in games. Is that thing the team has and talks about?
Yeah, I think you talk about a team that's resilient. At any point of the year, we've only lost a handful of games, and we've been down in countless games where we've come back, and there's not much that needs to be said to this group of guys. I think in any moment, I think we're now starting to kind of develop. Over the course of the year, we've gotten better and looked back at things that we could fix, and now we're starting to hit a really good period for this team, for this group, and I think we have to embrace that, and it's only going to help us going forward. And I think really looking to continue to build week after week on what we need to do will get us where we need to be.
What's your message to the fans as we enter this playoff run?
Yeah, I think the message is really simple. Just continuing to be the best fans, continue to stick behind us, and now more than ever, having that voice behind us. We've done now enough to clinch the first seed, which if we continue to win games, we'll continue to have home games, hopefully up until the final. So it's massive. The support's been unbelievable this year. Every single home game has been tremendous. The away support as well. So if we can continue that and we have that support behind us, there's really nothing stopping us from lifting the cup.